of vigilantism against foreign nationals, asserting the state's primary role in enforcing immigration laws.
Must fix. But Accra has weaponized the recent xenophobia wave. And to be honest, they have been using official...
Cut my papa's salary for South Africa. And you tell me to move, or go will kill you if you tell me to move on. I will not move on.
This gang survivor was ensured by foreigners' payments to them as protection fee. Their relationship was warm and cordial because these gangs would protect these spaza shops owners.
Illegal foreigners now, then we will come and give you people who will work. You will tell us how many of them.
You don't want to take taxis? Huh? You're fighting with the taxi drivers now. Hi.
So the South African presidential spokesperson, or the spokesperson of the president of South Africa, is accusing Ghana of trying to propagate false informations about South Africa to isolate South Africa from the rest of the continent. This is what the spokesperson of the president is saying. And also there is a lady who is a journalist, I think, and she's also saying the same thing. And also I have other people who are talking about what is happening in South Africa and sharing their thoughts. Some South Africans, some too are not South Africans. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. You don't lose anything by liking. Just give the video a thumbs up. Let's go into the video.
As the presidency, we've observed a sustained campaign that seeks to isolate South Africa from the rest of the African continent under the guise of protesting against the recent wave of anti-illegal immigration protest that we have recently experienced here in the country. This campaign has sought to create an impression that South Africa is now a pariah state that must be referred to international courts, as some have asserted. This is despite numerous official government communication condemning acts of vigilantism against foreign nationals, asserting the state's primary role in enforcing immigration laws, and the commitment to the supremacy of our Constitution. More concerning has been the peddling of false information by a diplomatic representative of a country that has become central to this campaign. Even ordinary diplomatic exchanges over meetings have been deliberately misrepresented or distorted to create an impression that South Africa is being isolated. As the presidency, we firmly reject and caution against the peddling of misinformation against South Africa, and we further assert that any campaign that seeks to misrepresent what South Africa is and represents will be rejected with the utmost contempt that it deserves.
We need to have a very uncomfortable conversation about Ghana. Right now, Accra is leading a furious diplomatic campaign to paint South Africa as a continental pariah.
A diplomatic row is brewing between Accra and South Africa after claims of xenophobic violence.
But if you look behind the moral outrage at xenophobia in South Africa, the truth is starting to unravel. My name is Golita Hunter, and in my column on News 24 this week, I argue that yes, we have deep, painful issues with the anti-migrant sentiment in South Africa that our country and our government must fix. But Accra has weaponized the recent xenophobia wave. And to be honest, they have been using official channels to perpetuate misinformation. First, it was labeling a tragic extortion shooting in Cape Town as a xenophobic assassination, which was not the case. They even twisted a routine SADC scheduling conflict to claim that they snubbed President Cyril Ramaphosa from visiting Ghana because of the xenophobic wave, and that's not true. So, why the sudden hostility? The answer isn't in our streets. It's in Ghana's lucrative goldfields. Accra recently shocked the mining sector by refusing to renew the lease of a South African company, Goldfields, at its Damang mine, a site that the South African company has run since the 90s. And now they've given it to a local firm run by the president's own brother. By painting South Africa as a moral pariah linked to the anti-migrant crisis, Accra manufactures the political capital it needs to legitimize their moves, which is basically resource nationalism. and the asset stripping of a South African company. So here's the thing. Ghana is growing at a roaring 6.4% per quarter. They want to be the undisputed powerhouse of West Africa. And to do that, they are flexing their muscle against the continent's economic giant, South Africa. This is why DIRCO Minister Ronald Lamola cannot treat this with passive diplomacy. We must summon the High Commissioner and demand answers. We cannot allow our national shame to be weaponized by regional rivals for something beyond our understanding. It's time to call out the Accra agenda. It's a scramble for economic power that's disguised as moral outrage.
For me to love you doesn't mean I must hate Zimbabweans. My love for Zimbabweans is not a hatred for South Africans. My love for Zimbabweans is the love that you taught me, that we love one another as Africans. We don't discriminate against each other as Africans. Hai lor lenyaka voter ka hore ke bue maka ha hore na ke rate batho ba Africa. You will rather not vote for me. I am not desperate to become president of South Africa. I am desperate to unite the African continent. And if the unity of my people is going to cost me votes, you can take your votes. I don't want xenophobic votes. I don't want the votes of haters. Monna are kopan la toya mutwaring are kopane la walk a problem. We must hate those who divide us, not those who unite us. South Africa, you are not Europe of Africa. You are Africa. And the freedom, economic freedom of the whole of Africa will only be realized if South Africa realizes its own economic freedom. The freedom for political emancipation started in the north and ended in the south. The freedom for economic emancipation will start in the south and will end in the north. One day, Africa itlo jadi minerale chayona. One day, Africa itlo jadi tlhapi chayona. Africa itlo jadi kho ya se jadi reject jadi tswang kwa America tse ba di fang tsona. One day, Africa itlo ba le president one. One day, Africa is going to have one currency. One day, Africa is going to have one parliament. One day, black people are going to be respected all over the world because of the unity of Africa. Eremkefele bampulaela hore ke rata motho moso haka ya tšhelete ya motho ke o rata because ha ko shebile ke a ke bona ko wena. You are my mirror, and if I see myself through you, then I have a duty to love you if I love myself.
If we only see Pan-Africanism as sentimentalism, as a romantic idea about which we debate, this is the Africa that I see in 25 years' time. Many Africans, either legally or otherwise, will break into different autonomous countries. We'll have more than 100 countries in Africa, each claiming self-determination, and is already beginning to happen, because we will be looking at narrow ethnic agenda as the only way of defining our affairs. Ethiopia will break down, Kenya will break down, Nigeria will break down, South Africa will break down. And look at South Africa. Only last week, the whites in Western Cape in South Africa have delivered a petition to the government in Pretoria saying they want to create their own country.
This is an issue being raised by South African people, by our citizens. What is the responsibility of a democratic elected government? The first responsibility, it's to listen and respond to the issues being raised by our people. You ask, in the midst of this crisis, why we are not responding, we are not announcing a general amnesty. Clearly, you haven't ever had the responsibility to govern a country. The government didn't set the deadline. That deadline was announced by civil society groups. The government made it very clear in our response that there is no such deadline. But we are responding to the concerns raised by our people as detailed, substantially detailed in the response of the IMC communicated by the chair of the IMC. And we're going to do that. We have to do that. That's our duty, our responsibility. People should not be in this country illegally. And for you to point out that there are weaknesses in the migration system, which we are trying to strengthen, only strengthens the case for the government's comprehensive response. We should not be represented as some kind of tyranny, a dictatorial government that is responding in an uncaring way. In fact, that comprehensive plan demonstrates that we are saying to our people, in the midst of this crisis, we understand your anger, but we want you to adhere to the basic morality embodied in our Constitution, to the rule of law. That has been the message of this government. I cannot accept the implication, the implied criticism in your question.
The way una take move on from what South Africans do to Nigeria, it is absolutely scary and ludicrous. Anybody where I see with a South Africa person, you are an enemy. I swear. My brother not die for South Africa, my sister not die for South Africa, my papa not die for South Africa, my mama not die for South Africa. The way South Africa take kid that business Igbo man like a main fucking chicken. I feel like crying. That man is an Odogun from Igbo land, Nigeria. He was killed and they lie him down. This is a family man. See, South Africa content creator, more than the indicator. Anywhere you go back and I go back, I don't screw. I will not give you my view. If I know you as a South Africa person, I go to doctor's appointment. I will ask them to give me Oyibo. I will ask them to give me. You see what Oyibo do us? We never recover to receive the same kind of treatment from a fellow Africans that we donated money. My father donated money to South Africa. They cut my papa's salary for South Africa. And you tell me to, Ogo will kill you if you tell me to move on. I will not move on. I will not forgive. If you are a South Africa person, you are an enemy. I don't care if you were involved. Your government were involved. Your people, all of you were involved. All of you. Tuteguanti, all of you were involved. You are my number one enemy, followed by Oyibo people. Where to now do Nigeria people? I know they talk for the rest of Africa people now. They know where they want to go use their hits. But you see what you did to my people. The massacre you did. You massacred. Now, someone I will see people where there. And don't worry, Birino. I will not forgive. If I have a South African friend right now, Ogo will kill your entire generation. If a Boga Lera like you, if your father is from South Africa, your mother is from South Africa, Ogo will kill your generation. Anything that come out from your toto or your prick will die. What you did to Nigerians. For Nigeria, we are not angry enough. You know what? Good for them. But you see me, if anywhere I go, I see you. You drive us come out from our country. We donated to take come out from poverty. To take come out from our useless apartheid. Bafana na kill your father, Toto and Prico. Go kill all of una. I will not forgive you people. As I stand here today, if I had a South Africa friend, hey, I don't care if you are involved, you are not involved. You are an enemy. Number one enemy. Do you know what it means to do xenophobia, to participate in a xenophobic movement, a xenophobia movement? You know what it means? You are not a different color. If me and you stand, nobody can differentiate the two of us. If me and you stand, nobody can differentiate us. You segregate, you cancel, you killed my people. I will move on. If I see any Nigerian celebrity collaborate with a South Africa person, they become an enemy. Wait till not do us. The pepper won't put for our eye. You see the pepper us. Our brothers will die. You see the pepper us. We cannot heal from that. If they were my biological brothers and sisters, I don't think my life will ever remain the same. And I will feel that pain for them like I lost a biological brother. I will feel anything that has to do with South Africa. Trevor Noah.
So what happened, guys? The march is continuing, I see. Everybody is marching now. What happened? You don't want to take taxis? Huh? You're fighting with the taxi drivers now. So at least the march brought one good thing. Health awareness. Now everybody is getting their steps in. All I'm saying is that you all should buy those watches that track, like steps and stuff. Yeah. So you can get your steps in. Yeah. But you all want to get rid of everyone. Now, all of a sudden, you all didn't realize how it's going to affect South Africa. And the ones that are crying that there's no shops now to buy bread, what happened? Huh? March and march. Carry on marching.
It seems like a lot of South Africans who took over spaza shops from foreigners did not read the script on how to run those shops. Because last night, we received the report that a certain South African was shot dead after refusing to pay protection fee. You know the guys who collect protection fee in your streets as South Africans. The guy is said to have argued that he is a South African. He can't pay protection fee. Now I think you are noting something. Foreigners were paying protection fee to these gangs. So these gangs, this gang survivor was insured by foreigners' payments to them as protection fee. Their relationship was warm and cordial because these gangs would protect these spaza shops owners at every cost to make sure that they are not robbed just by paying protection fee. So this is a South African now. The business of these gangs has been cut short. They came and asked for protection fee from him. He refused, arguing that he is a South African. And by now, he is normal. When you talk of crime, do not forget that you are the first to do self-introspection before you say foreigners are doing a lot of crime, because these are gangs you are paying protection fee to, and you know them. But because they are South Africans, you chose to say foreigners are doing a lot of crime. It's only a few foreigners who joined these guys in crime. But otherwise, every foreigner fears to be a criminal in South Africa because it's very dangerous. Crime is owned by South Africans in most cases in South Africa. We know that. Even in the locations we used to live in, we used to give 2 rand, 3 rand to guys who will just say, "Hey, muna, sama plan muna, kopa 2 rand, muna kota ureka gwai muna." Then you give the guy 2 rand, 5 rand, 10 rand. Sometimes they can even rob you, check your phone. But if the guys are different, you can just go to the other guys and say, "My guy, I lost my phone." They can recover that phone. Because that's how they run their streets. And foreigners do not give a damn about that because we were just there for business. I think you now understand that there are sacrifices that people do for these businesses to exist.
Malema is from Limpopo, where people who have the same mindset like Zimbabweans come from. Limpopo people, almost 99% of them, they are the owners of the land. They are the ones that own the PREZ, the farms. When he came to Joburg, Cape Town, Durban, he found out that these people who stays in these places, they believe they are the real South Africans. If you go to Limpopo, it look like it's a Zimbabwean. during the problems of illegal immigrants. You attack these dongas, you attack these vendors, you attack these people thinking that they are Zimbabwean. He got so much bored. How can the people who really think that they are South Africans but they do not own a land, not even your grandfather's grave, you do not have access, some of you, to go there. You do not own a place where you can even bury your own. You buy it. For the stand you are staying right now, you bought it. Everything you buy, the only thing you have for free is a grant. The guy is fighting for his fellow South Africans to own the land that they believe is theirs. How can you be called a South African without any land? How is that possible? Are you a fool or something? Listen to Malema. Vote for him. Let him do what is right. It is very difficult for so many South Africans to restart their life and re-strategize as citizens of this country and own your property being into your hands like the Zimbabweans. Zimbabwe is growing. Why is it growing? Why is it calculated as a country that is growing? Is because black people are having access to wealth. They are the one deciding the future. They do not have a GDP that is derived by white people. To tell you the truth, you are on 0 point, South Africans, when it comes to wealth, when it comes to success. The only thing you have that is contributing to you is mines. And we are even fighting that the mines are into the hands of many white people who are investing in it. It is not a good thing for a country. Like I said before, ID is not enough to be a citizen. Listen to me, leave foreigners alone. South Africans, you have two options. It's either you vote for Malema so that he will help you to think and arrange the country, or you are going to school and educate yourself, get a degree, work in the government. Leave foreigners alone also, idiot.
So to my African brothers and sisters, South Africa have introduced new visa-free policy for African countries. As you can see here, right? But I will advise you guys should not go. Don't go. But in case you don't want to listen to me, I know my African brothers, you guys are stubborn. So in case you want to go, when you reach there, don't open shop. Don't buy any property. What we are going to do now, we are going for the Zulu women. I mean, look at this now. We are going for the Zulu women because their men are the ones doing all those nonsense. We are going for their women. We need to give them the test of what women look like, you understand? Most especially Nigerians. We are going for their women. Zulu women. If she's not Zulu, don't touch her liver. Go for Zulu women. We need to deal with these guys. I promise you. So in case you go there, listen, we are going there to loot their women.
These guys requested that they want to speak to you. No problem. So please speak to them. You'll hear what they are going to talk to you. Okay. And then you see, we have asked that they mustn't come and make noise so that you can hear them talking. Yes.
Okay, how are you?
I'm all right.
I'm good, and you? We are at Davidson Cremalet from Davidson, marching for illegal foreigners. Yes, we know that you have illegal foreigners here, as we are customers who are buying materials, a house material in your shop. We are here to tell you that we no longer want those illegal foreigners there. You must remove them. Then we want you to hire our people. Okay. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Can you remove those illegal foreigners now? Then we will come and give you people who will work. You will tell us how many of them.
So to my knowledge, they are not illegal, they are legal. But if there's one that is illegal, they will be immediately dismissed. And then we will work according with the local community to re-employ our local people.
Our local people.
Yes.
Okay, can I ask a question, please? When you are saying, you know that they have document.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? What does our constitution say about the foreign nationals?
that they
More especially the section 22 of Migration 2002, whereby it states clearly that the foreigner needs to have a permit, a working permit. Do they have working permit? Or maybe you're just stating the visiting visa?
To my knowledge, inside the passport, there is a working permit.
There is a working permit.
A valid working
Are you the one that gave them the working permit? Because if you are a foreign national coming in this country, it is your boss that is supposed to be accountable of the working permit. Are you the one who gave them?
I'm not the one that issued the working permits. They come with the working permit in the passport.
That means that that one is not valid. All of those people, can I get the data, please, of your illegal foreigners so that you will know how many people that you have to hire in our local community? Can I come tomorrow and fetch it, please? Thank you. All right, thank you. By tomorrow, we will be coming here to fetch the
Tomorrow when we come here, we need an ID and valid passport for each and everyone who's working here.
You see, this is coming from the spokesperson of the president. So indirectly, it is coming from the president. So I can say the president is accusing, or the South African president is accusing Ghana of propagating falsehood about South Africa and making it seem like South Africa is doing all the bad stuffs and also calling them names. First of all, my question is, when it comes to people calling South Africa xenophobic, it is not today. It has been happening since 2008, 2015. It has been happening. So this is not the first time. You understand? Secondly, what the ambassador of Ghana has been saying and has been talking about happening, he has first-hand information. People go to him too. You know that Ghanaians go to him. There was actually one Ghanaian that was stoned, or probably I would say he was stoned, and at a spot he died. That Ghanaian, even there was a friend of his, he was calling for the ambassador to help so that the body of that guy will be taken from the morgue and brought to Ghana. There are things that have happened. In his position, he has seen a lot of things, and he doesn't want to all the time make it that diplomatic thing, because he has to face the reality. That's why he speaks the way he speaks. You understand? In South Africa, when this thing started happening, we never saw the authorities doing anything, any tangible thing to resolve this issue, or probably arresting certain people. We never saw that. The only arrest that I think when this thing began, I saw was these local people going into a Chinese warehouse or shop or something and looting their things. That was when they were arrested. But when they start looting African shops, they don't do them anything. Even this 30th June, they were looting people's shops, that's African shops, and they were not doing anything to them. Imagine all these things are going on and you guys are not doing anything. What do you want the ambassador to do? He should just still be diplomatic about all the things and not say the exact thing that is happening on the ground. Please give me a break on this one, because you have sat down for this and it seems like you are basically behind it, because in some instances, like there will be a police standing at some of these places that these guys will be looting shops and will be beating up people. They will be standing there and they will be watching and they will not be doing anything. These are the things that have been happening in South Africa, and you don't want people to talk about it. And when they talk about it, you are like, they are destroying your name. You have destroyed your name. Just look at the number of videos online. That one too, is it the ambassador that posted these videos? You have already destroyed your names. So don't blame anyone. Just resolve your problem and forget about people who are talking about what is happening. Thank you so much for watching.